Hi, I'm Chelsea Fuentes.
And I'm Jade King.
Welcome to United ITV News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
We'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, we'll meet a student who set a new school record in the 1600-meter run.
And we'll see how small robots are helping students learn about science at one local elementary school.
Those stories and more are coming up
on this exciting edition of United ITV News.
Alex Cruz, a student athlete at United High School, broke a long-standing record in local track and field.
The previous record was set 34 years ago.
Alex set a new school record in the 1600-meter run. He ran that distance in 4 minutes 25.3 seconds. The school held a brief ceremony to congratulate Alex for his achievement.
I just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity to run for Him and just to run out there and to be healthy and alive.
Also on hand was Dr. Dan Bell. He set the previous record in the 1600 as a junior on United's track team back in 1980. He was there to congratulate Alex for his record-setting run. Dr. Bell says cross-country demands that students have a desire to finish the race.
You have to be very dedicated in order to achieve your goals in long-distance running. It's a lonely sport. It's a sport that you're on your own the vast majority of the time doing the training, and so you have to be self-motivated. There has to be something inside you that's going to push you to achieve what you want to achieve.
United High School student athlete Derek Esparza received 2-year scholarships to play football at Cisco College. Beginning in his junior year, Esparza played quarterback for the Longhorns. The signing ceremony was held in school's library in front of an audience of Derek's teammates. Cisco College is a 2-year community college located in Cisco, Texas, some 40 miles east of Abilene. At Cisco College, Derek plans to start at the quarterback position. He understands that there will be a lot of hard work involved.
But I know I can do really well, and I know I have a lot of faith in hopefully all my teammates over there, they will work with me, and I already talked to some of them, said they will work with me.
Derek says he wants to study criminal justice before becoming the starting quarterback at United. Derek played wide receiver his sophomore and junior years. He is ranked number 2 in total yardage for United High School.
2 student athletes signed on with Texas A&M International University to play women's soccer. The 2 come from United High School's successful girls soccer program. The signing ceremony was held in the school's big gym. Ana Jeronimo and Esmeralda Villarreal were the center of attention as they looked over their letters. The letters of intent were signed in front of an audience of teachers, administrators, fellow students, and proud parents.
I am signing for TAMU. It is a very good honor to be able to sign with such a good school.
The girls' soccer program has had a lot of wins in recent years. Ana and Esmeralda were a big part of that. Both players started in their first year at United.
I was a starter for varsity my freshman year. We've been undefeated ever since. My sophomore year, we got undefeated district champs.
United South Middle School recently held its Go Get It Week activity. Members of the community were invited to talk about their jobs and careers. Students had the chance to hear from people who work in a variety of jobs. These students learned what it takes to become a lawyer. Organizers say the goal is to get students to think about their futures.
What I like for them to grasp is that there's more to just middle school. There's more in the real world that they can attain if they just strive for it. And when we have these presenters come in, they're able to show them what they go through on a daily life or daily basis, and hopefully it'll sink in and it'll inspire them to want to become border patrolmen or doctors or lawyers or teachers. So that was my goal for today.
The United ISD Police Department spoke about careers in law enforcement. Students were treated to a short demonstration by K9 Marimar. Agents with the Border Patrol also spoke to students at United South Middle School. They talked to students about the requirements for becoming a Border Patrol agent. They also spoke on the danger of illegal drugs, students were encouraged to work hard and stay in school.
At Malakoff Elementary, students are making use of small robots to learn the STEM subjects. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
And I wanted to introduce them to robotics because it covers every aspect of that STEM.
These small-scale exercises are also intended to teach students about alternative energy sources. These fourth graders at Malakoff were mentored by students in the United High School robotics team. The robots are supposed to turn a wind turbine, close a dam, and install a solar panel. The robots are programmed by the students to perform simple tasks.
At first, it's hard, but then when you kind of get used to it, it starts getting pretty easy. But there's always problems. Overall, it's been pretty fun, and it's helped us a lot. And we've learned a lot of things about alternative energy.
Students and teachers at Zaffarini Elementary observed Earth Day. This event was marked by a presentation and a big student parade. Students learned about the harm posed by plastic products that litter our environment. The main focus was on plastic bags that have been thrown away, but the discarded plastic water bottles also pose a problem. Students watched excerpts of a film called Bag It.
It just creates more problems for this river and the wildlife and habitat, the ecosystem that it's trying to support.
Afterwards, students took part in a parade. They marched around the school grounds for our planet. The students carried posters encouraging everyone to take care of the earth. Taking care of the environment that we live in is very important. These students are learning at a young age that environmental concerns affect everyone.
In observance of Earth Day, Centeno Elementary students learned about the importance of preserving the environment around us. The students embarked on some earth-friendly activities.
The students did a wonderful job painting the rocks. They added, we were finger painting the rocks, and they did a very good job, so I'm very proud of them. Good job, boys and girls.
In addition to classroom activities, the gym played host to lessons in recycling. Students learned how the city of Laredo recycles objects thrown in the trash.
When we start learning about recycling at an early age, all these habits, we are able to learn them well, and then when we're grown-ups, we do them automatically.
These students, along with their teachers, did their activity outside of the classroom. Everyone worked together. They pulled the tree from the planter, they then put the tree into the ground, and they covered it with the earth.
We're celebrating Earth Day, and we're bringing our students to plant a tree in hopes that they will learn how to start taking care of our environment by something as simple as planting a tree.
Students at Salinas Elementary were treated to a fun way to get ready for the STAR exam. The school held a pep rally to encourage students to do their best.
We're getting prepared for some very important tests that are coming up, the STAR tests, and we feel very confident that our students are prepared and will be very successful in the coming days.
They were treated to some fun and frolic before the big exam. Their cheerleaders cheered for their classmates. Principal Abraham Rodriguez administrated a pledge where students promised to give their best effort. Teachers sang and danced. Students also watched a motivational video produced by our district's award-winning ITV department. The pep rally motivated students to put in the hard work needed to pass the STAR.
I want them to feel confident in themselves, to believe that they can do anything if they set their mind to it. And that was, the whole purpose of us getting together here, giving them that last pep talk in preparation for this test.
Ruiz Elementary held a ribbon cutting and a groundbreaking ceremony for some outdoor basketball courts. The basketball courts will be constructed during the summer.
This was made possible through our fundraising efforts primarily here at school over the last 2 years. We've sold World's Finest Chocolate the first 2 weeks of school, raised over $28,000 to dedicate to this project. This year we submitted a request to our school board members for discretionary funds. Mr. Ramiro Vélez and Mr. Rick Rodriguez graciously gave us another $20,000. The remaining $4,000 that's needed is coming from our PTC and right here from our school account, and we're just so excited to be able to have this groundbreaking today.
Ruiz Elementary, working with SCAN, sponsored an event known as the Walk to School program. Ruiz Elementary is a community school. That means the students ride in a car or walk to their campus. The Walk to School program involves traffic safety lessons and Zumba. Students took part in lessons to teach them how to safely cross the street. The Zumba part of the program promotes fitness and a healthy lifestyle. Students, teachers, and parents gathered in the school's gymnasium for their Zumba activity. Zumba is a healthy and fun mix of dance and exercise. Zumba requires lots of physical activity and burns off many calories. Instructors volunteer their time to lead the exercise. Another goal of the Walk to School program is to encourage students to walk to school and decrease the flow of vehicle traffic at Ruiz Elementary.
Fasken Elementary took time to plant the seeds of leadership at its campus. 2 youth groups donated and planted 2 trees on the school grounds. The event was attended by the school's Green Dragon Recycling Club. The club takes part in activities related to conservation and preserving the environment.
We are having this ceremony just to honor the earth by planting these 2 beautiful trees. This is a good opportunity to make the children aware of how important it is to plant trees and take care of the earth.
Leaders Empowering Active Deeds, a group of students from Texas A&M International University, were joined by Youth Leadership Laredo. These groups want the idea of leadership to take root with the students at Fasken Elementary. The trees will symbolize the growing leadership potential of the students at Fasken.
Fasken Elementary invited its parents volunteers to an appreciation luncheon. The event was a way for the school to express its gratitude for all the help that these volunteers provide during the school year.
We really appreciate the fact that they're very busy and they still take time off their busy schedule to come and participate. They come and they help us. They go on field trips. They help us with decorations. They help us making copies in the office. They help us in many, many ways. And we want to show our appreciation today. We want to take time to tell them thank you.
Parent volunteers help lighten the load for teachers and administrators. They provide help in and out of the classrooms. The Fasken parent volunteers gathered in the library and were treated to a light lunch. Parent volunteers at United ISD campus must go through a background check and a tuberculosis test. They are also required to be current with their immunizations.
Coming up on United ITV News, United ISD honors outstanding alumni. We'll learn more about the League of Legends.
And Cheddar Dream shows students the consequences of driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
Don't change that channel.
You're watching United ITV News.
As a young boy growing up in Laredo, I never imagined that my life's journey would take me where I am today, and I owe it all to my education.
An education beyond high school can open so many doors for you, from attorney to United States Congress.
It all starts with you. Now is the time to start thinking about college, and the Gear Up program can help students reach their goals.
The opportunities for a bright future are there for you, but only if you can make it happen. Talk to your school counselor today about taking those first steps.
Please observe the following safety tips when hunting with youngsters. Always directly supervise youth hunters.
Teach them to always keep their weapons pointed in the safe direction. Make sure that they keep their fingers off the trigger and that their safety is engaged unless they are taking a shot. Make sure that they always know what's beyond their target. Teach them to engage the safety every time they lower their weapon. Please enjoy this dove season and make the extra effort to keep our kids safe.
Make sure they always treat their weapons as if they will fire, even when on safety or unloaded.
Like adults, young people need to exercise too. At least 1 hour of physical activity every day. Regular exercise helps you.
Build healthy bones, muscles, and joints.
Feel less stressed.
Feel better about ourselves.
Keep a healthy weight.
Sleep better at night. Feel more ready to learn in school.
And don't forget to make healthy food choices as well.
Exercise and healthy eating equals success.
United ISD students and staff are committed to cutting district energy costs.
That means more money for instruction.
Reprogramming schools and office thermostats and purchasing energy-efficient equipment helps reduce costs.
Just turning off the lights in one classroom when not in use can save $50 per year.
Times 2,198 classrooms in UISD.
That's a lot of extra money to help educate our students.
Join UISD in saving energy and money.
Success in school starts with literacy. When young children become good readers,
they are more likely to do well in school. As family members, we can ensure that all children have the opportunity to achieve their full potential in life. Spend some quality time together. Reading can be fun, and it enhances a child's imagination. Inspire young readers to become lifelong learners. Pick up a book and experience the joy of reading together.
In an effort to recognize the success of outstanding high school alumni, the district has established the League of Legends.
Outstanding alums from all 4 United ISD high schools are recognized for their post-high school achievements.
A formal reception took place at the Paseo Real. United ISD Superintendent Roberto J. Santos and members of the UISD Board of Trustees were present to congratulate those being recognized. Each honoree received a plaque to mark their selection into the League of Legends. A committee was created to select each alumnus. Selections were made based on service to the community and career success. The following day, these distinguished alums were honored at their alma maters. Ceremonies were held at United South, Alexander, and LBJ High School. The distinguished alumni spoke through their journey through life. They encouraged present-day students to work hard and do their best.
After an absence of a few years, the Shattered Dreams program was resurrected at United High School.
With the help of first responders, students took part in a mock traffic accident.
You will witness what typically occurs after collision. Our hope during this next 2 days is that at the end of these presentations, you will have a clear understanding of the effects and the severity of its consequences.
The most notable sounds are the screams of the wounded and sirens of emergency vehicles. Different agencies take part: police, firefighters, the medical examiner's office, and local funeral home. The audience was made up of students from the local high schools. The first presentation is about the accident, all the work that is done in rescuing the wounded and processing the dead. Notification of next of kin is also done. Procedures are followed to the letter. Another presentation is held in the Longhorn Gym. Participants were given the chance to speak about the emotional ordeal they took part in. This dramatization is meant to make students aware of what can happen when driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. To drive the point home, the event takes place just before the high schools hold their prom. Shattered Dreams provides the dramatic and realistic lessons for those in attendance.
United ISD Superintendent Roberto J. Santos was recently honored by the Laredo Next Generation Rotary Club. Santos was one of 3 people who earned the Next Generation Rotary's Unsung Hero Award. The 3 recipients embody the Rotary Club's motto, Service About Self. Santos was recognized for his achievements in education and for his service to the community.
This award is extremely important to me because it's really more given to our community than what we receive. And I'm very humble for that and very gracious.
Also recognized were educator Rosario Flores Garcia and I, Dr. Alfredo Trevino Jr.
I'm truly humbled to get this award from this particular group that I've always admired.
Rotary is a wonderful organization that brings together in one club different persons with different professions, and they all come together to better the community, to do service projects locally and even internationally.
I think when you look at the Rotary Club, what they stand for, it's really community oriented, always trying to help out the community.
The One Class at a Time program seeks to recognize and reward outstanding teachers in our community. Cynthia Vega, a teacher at Troutman Elementary, was chosen as the One Class at a Time recipient for April. The teacher being recognized receives a surprise visit from program sponsor.
But I really appreciate it, and I love my students. I love the reading that I do. I love what we do in our classroom, and I'm just very grateful.
District administrators and Troutman Elementary Principal Zaida Gonzalez joined the One Class at a Time sponsors in congratulating Vega. A cash prize is included with this honor. Vega receives a grant for $500. She plans to use this money to purchase books for her classroom. The One Class at a Time program is sponsored by KGNS Television and the Laredo Federal Credit Union.
Some United ISD schools teamed up with McDonald's restaurant to raise some funds. McDonald's held several McTeachers fundraising events at 8 UISD schools. Teachers put away their lesson plans and worked with McDonald's staff at the restaurant. They swept floors, cleaned tables, and worked the drive-thru window. The fast food giant donated a portion of the night sales to the schools.
We donate 20% of the sales from the 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. event directly back to the school. So we're here today to present some checks from the March McTeachers Night.
The hard-working teachers earned over $5,000 for their schools. Taking part were teachers and staff from Trotman Middle and the following elementary schools: Orange, Borchers, Baskin, Newman, Nye, Perez, and Salinas. The checks were handed out at the United ISD boardroom. Many students and parents showed up for McTeachers Night to support the effort.
The librarian at Bonnie Garcia Elementary, Josephine Vaughn, was one of this year's recipients of the Laura Bush Foundation for America's Libraries Award. As a result, the library received a $5,000 grant. The Bush Foundation asked for demographic data about the students. They also wanted to know the distance to the closest full-service public library. Ms. Vaughn says the grant money will put to good use.
The $5,000 will be spent on titles, additional titles for our students, both bilingual and then Spanish and separately English titles, so that our students will have a better variety of books to read. We're very happy to have received this award. It will be put to good use. Our students and our teachers are very excited that they will have many new titles to choose from.
The week of April 14th was proclaimed Library Week in Laredo. During National Library Week, the public library is acknowledged as a place for learning, and librarians are recognized for their knowledge and expertise.
Our banner theme this year is Lives Change at Your Library, because actually libraries are the chief foundational cornerstones of literacy. For the very young, the very first few words might be uttered at a library reading a Mother Goose or a Dr. Seuss book. For the not so very young, our seniors, it could be the difference between learning what to eat and what not to eat. So lives do change in the library. And also for our tweens and our teens, they can get all the, oh my God, experiences when they read young adult literature. So we're gathered today also to really just do a hooray for literacy.
The Health Services Department announced the Nurse and Health Technician of the Year for UISD. Both winners came from the same campus, United High School. The announcement was made at the Health Service Luncheon. Both ladies were selected by their peers. The district's Nurse of the Year is Mary Castilleja. She has been a registered nurse for 21 years. She has spent the last 15 years working at United High School. The district's Health Technician of the Year is Erica Bonjansky. She has been in that field for the last 11 years. This is her first year at United High School.
Well, I'm very excited. It's a great honor that has been bestowed upon me, and I'm just very happy that I'm able to take care of our students at United High School and UISD.
I'm very excited. I've been with the district at least 14 years, and 10 of those years I've been with the health services, so I'm very excited that my peers think that highly of me.
United South High School invites prominent members of the community to speak to students. The students heard from local medical doctor Mateo Reyes. Dr. Reyes spoke to students on what it takes to become a doctor. A willingness to work hard, good study habits, and the ability to manage one's time are what's required. He said the most important thing is direction.
First thing you need, is to set goals for yourself. That is very important. Without goals, you cannot see the future. You do not know what you're working for, or you don't know where you're going. And it's hard to go somewhere if you don't have directions, right?
After a less than perfect start, Dr. Reyes worked hard and eventually came to realize his goal. He now serves his community at the South Laredo Family Clinic.
United South High School makes a big effort to encourage its students to think about the future. They want to expose the students to a variety of career options by inviting numerous local leaders to talk about their jobs. The school recently had District Attorney Isidro Alanis speak to its students. Alanis talked about the jury selection process and why it is important.
More than anything, I want the students to understand that we all have a responsibility as citizens here in the United States to participate in our criminal justice system. And I want them to have a positive outlook of the process. And if they, like I told them, if they ever have the opportunity and they receive that card or that notice to appear in court, that they step up to the plate and they respond and do their part in keeping our community safe.
As District Attorney, Alanis serves both Webb and Zapata counties. His main duties are to prosecute criminals and protect the rights of crime victims.
Alexander High School invited Efrain Guerrero to speak to students. Guerrero, also known as Happy, urged students to go to college and have a positive attitude. Happy used comedy and magic tricks to accomplish his goal. Happy's visit was sponsored by Generation Texas. The program seeks to increase college enrollment throughout the state. Happy said getting a college education can help students achieve their dreams.
How you think tomorrow, it depends on how well you're thinking today. Your future is determined of your actions and your thoughts today. And I've practiced that for many, many years, and it's so true. So I'll see you tomorrow in the future. How's that?
Alexander High School alum and professional actress Elizabeth Rodriguez was in town recently. She paid a visit to her old school. Rodriguez is best known by her stage name Elizabeth D. Razo. When Elizabeth joined Screen Actors Guild, another actress was using the name Elizabeth Rodriguez. So Laredo's Elizabeth Rodriguez became Elizabeth de Razo.
I just really wanted to share my experience and just my journey as trying to make it in the business and pursuing a career in acting.
She has worked on shows like Cold Case, ER, Southland, and Eastbound and Down. Her latest role was in the movie called The 33. She spoke to students in the theater arts class about her career. She also generously donated some of her red carpet dresses for the prom. In Hollywood, dresses worn at the red carpet events can only be used once. De Razo graduated from Alexander in 1999.
The Elementary Honors Choir performed its spring concert at the Bill Johnson Student Activity Complex. Let's take a look at some highlights.
You've been watching United ITV News.
We hope you enjoyed our show.
I'm Jade King.
And I'm Chelsea Fuentes.
Thank you for watching.